Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Alec Nance. Welcome to episode 3 of the Angel Speak podcast. Have some interesting stories, just some times from my life, and also some helpful information for y'all today with regards to creation, co-creation. This episode is called The Art of Divine Co-Creation. Now, what do I mean by that? Same thing with most episodes, asking for assistance from the higher realms, the higher dimensions, right? So, what does this mean? Um, Creating your future, working through problems, asking for assistance in the most creative format, which is energy manipulation. Earth is a school. We are here to learn how to ultimately manipulate the energy here and use our experiences to guide us to a higher existence. So I'm gonna skip the small talk. I feel like I've been kind of beating around the bush. Practical steps, okay? Meditation is key, right? You need to have a calm, coherent mind. Naps work good. I would honestly recommend naps over. I would recommend naps over meditation, and that's simply because people struggle. Lots of people struggle to get into a calm meditative state. It's something that takes practice. It's something that may not be for those who may have a bit of jitters or anxiety or just don't have the patience to sit for a while and calm your mind. That's why I say like the easiest version of meditation is a simple nap. Lay down, try to go to sleep for an hour. Everybody should be able to go to sleep. You aren't that wired up to where you can't just lay down and relax, right? Excuse the planes. I have planes going by. I'm on a Air Force base right now. Check this out. So how has this benefited my life? It has in the most extreme ways. I'm guided by thought, right? If I ask for assistance from the higher beings, and a lot of times, like I channel really well. I remote view. I live my life as a spirit, not as a man. I'm in between life and death. I'm right there at that borderline as a medium. These are things I practice, and I didn't like. I set my intentions on just being able to channel and got all of these other perks of that lifestyle. But yeah, here I am living my lifestyle, working through. I think I've worked through all my karma now, which is why I'm teaching at this point. I've ascended to the fifth dimensional Earth, and I enjoy everything that comes with this. How can you ask for divine co-creation? You're asking for ideas, you're asking to be guided towards certain logics, but most importantly, you're asking to be taught. This is you have to kind of strengthen your mind and belief systems to go into this. There's so much research to be done. I recommend you guys come through my course. There's a lot I could tell you, but it won't do you any service just me giving you a quick summary right now. I have a course. Honestly, my YouTube videos are pretty good, but my course is more in detail on interacting with the higher dimensions, what to expect, my life and times doing this. It's a full, comprehensive kind of, I guess, welcome packet into that type of lifestyle. But I want to start with ascended masters and using your guides, having them guide you by thought. So we live in this, like Earth is like a thought. I've meditated to the higher dimensions where everything feels like thought, and then it's like here is a physical, here in the physical. And I come back from these states of awareness and have to like kind of just reorient myself back into being the person. It's almost, I don't say frightening, but like, how do I live my life knowing this? And then like the normal human stuff starts up, these stimulus, these conversations with people that kind of just take you back into like, I guess, grounding into what we are here to experience, you know. And I want to be productive. So check this out. Asking your guys to teach you, walk you through situations. I've had, I believe Jesus is one of my ascended masters. Now, listen to me. I am not religious at all. Um, I'm sitting there meditating one day, and I'm deep in meditation, and it's like I'm floating through space. Then this geometry symbol comes. It was like a shape, lots of lines kind of interconnecting, and then and it was almost like Jesus traveled to me inside of this freaking, like, I don't want to say like a math equation, but it was just definitely like shapes and lines and stuff. And some of the lines moved, and then I just sensed this spirit come out. Now, keep in mind, the spirit is multidimensional, multifaceted, omnipresent, doing lots of things at different times. Keep in mind, I am not religious. This is nothing I asked for. The entity, the Christ energy came to me and introduced, we're going to say, himself, right? But being taught, he's had multiple existences on this planet, in other planets, in other dimensions. He asked me to consider him, and you all should consider him, honestly, because I channel Jesus very well. Earth is a school. He is a professor, a college professor, who can teach doctorate classes and so on and so forth, and teach kindergarten classes if that's what you need, because I needed some kindergarten classes at first, just working through my own karma, my life and times, disputes, like stupid stuff, looking back on it. But like, I had to like overcome and kind of detach like these karmic emotions, things that we have to go through, debts we have to repay with people, like these experiences, fear, guilt, anger, all of these things, scarcity. Like, I had to work through that. And he just came. The shape opens up, introduces himself, and my eyes shoot open, and I'm like, what is this? And then he would come throughout durations of times. Like I said, I work with my spirit guides a lot. I was using them the right way at the time. I would look back on that as just me being like kind of immature in my spiritual journey. I get much better use out of them now. I get my magic. I get to control my reality more. I get to understand circumstances, and most importantly, I'm calm, I'm flowing, and everything is working in my favor. Everything. And it's so beautiful. And I see it. I see the signs. It's kind of like just life is just like slowing down, and I navigate every situation so perfectly. And I've been pain free. I will say that much. And very understanding and loving, more so than anything. Check this out. Jesus would come and he would tell me, I keep saying he, presented as a woman in the very beginning. And I'll tell you, I'm remote viewing. Like I say, came as a shape at first, and I sensed like a soul, like they traveled there inside of that shape. Said we were going to be working together. And then, I get back into I had a crazy job situation going on. I was like going through like this divorce thing, and show up from times kind of like, I'm going to babysit you for a couple days. We're going to do a 1 week program. And I'm fed these ideas, ways to navigate, ways to think about things. It's kind of like I have this like week-long curriculum in front of me. It came with dreams that I had to, if you dream, try to make sense of your dreams, right? Because I received these dreams from him. I knew I was being taught, and I would journal every morning. And it's kind of like, dreams are part of the life's curriculum, right? Looking at what I deduced from my old dreams compared to now, much different experience. I'm actually almost like awake during the dream and understanding. I have no fear in my dreams. I was given you're given these things and you try to make sense of it. right? And I'm not told exactly what it means. It's kind of just like the thought process. It sends me down this road to success, right? And before you know it, like my intelligence is like just, especially in the higher dimensions, just like I'm understanding the way the game is played, which helps me in my day-to-day life. Meditating a lot during that time, just super helpful. Presented the entity known as Jesus, the spirit, the energy, the Earth's college professor. I wouldn't even say professor, like a I don't know, maybe like a higher up at a college was the vibe I was getting. And you have plenty of professors, you have your teachers, you have your student counselors, you know, your spiritual teachers. Yeah, man, just helping people out. Check this out. More so importantly, all right, I told you he would babysit me for like these weeks, 3-day stints, told me to take my headphones off at the gym, kind of just provoke thought. And when I'm at the gym, I'm getting these ideas, I'm getting assisted with just like small stuff. That's also just helping like my overall thought process on how to interact with the higher dimensions, higher beings, and get like the most assistance from that, yo. And it was amazing. All these ideas are coming to me in the gym. I'm being told to take notes at the gym. That's when we're gonna be working together like this afternoon. And kind of just like working through trauma a lot at first, and then like some other stuff. Like when that was happening, we would kind of meet up in like this astral cave, right? And the entity would appear as like this short woman sitting down at like this, like an architect's table, kind of writing out this blueprint, explaining to me my life's blueprint, which was like my life has already started and finished. Everything else is just in between. That's why you should work with your guys. Everything can be predicted very easily, right? And that was pretty cool. And like once I worked through the trauma, the fear, guilt, judgment, all this stuff, like my karmic lessons that made me who I am now, we start going to this sky castle. There was also like a school. It was given like Hogwarts type vibes. And he wouldn't present as a woman. The entity would not present as a woman. It would present, and keep in mind, this is all in the astral where you can create very easily. That's what this episode is about, because creation happens at the higher levels, and it gets like the energy is transmuted down to the lower levels, and like, boy, are you cooking once you overcome that hump, right? We're in like this sky castles. He's wearing like this black lab coat robe type of thing, and like now I'm wearing the same thing, and we can just like do this interesting stuff. And it was like where my lessons will be learned moving forward. But honestly, we can all create. That was just where I was taken to. So pretty sweet situation. I say that to say, like I say, I'm not religious. The entity, the Christ consciousness, the energy can be accessed by anyone. And I was informed many cultures, he was working with my belief systems. The entity was working with my belief systems. I'm not religious, but different cultures will refer to this energy as different things. We can all tap into that. We can all tap into that. Ask for lessons. Like, dude, I don't worship. I'm not religious. Ask to be taught. Ask the divine for co-creation. Help me with my life. Give me practical steps, right? You don't have to be able to channel, but go through my course, or like just meditate and ask the guys. Like, we all have to practice our telepathy, period. It's kind of like, dude, it's like everything else is like, you just like spiritually deaf. You can communicate very fluently with the higher dimensions. It's kind of just like a learning process. Watch my videos. I teach for free. You can hop on a Patreon. I have some more advanced videos on there. If you already know how to channel, if you're already proficient with your psychic abilities, like I offer teachings to just like some thought-provoking things that help you use your guides better for assistance. You got to tap out of the matrix. Check this out. I'm going somewhere with this. I say all of this to say, one final thing. The sun, right behind me. Y'all see that? I got another one. Meditate Go in nature. Don't cut your phone off, but don't listen to music. Go on nature walks. This may sound crazy. Ask the sun for ideas. Ask the sun. Yo, that is source right behind me. It is a star, but that is source energy. And when I say like ask the divine for assistance, there are multiple, every decision you make that you could possibly make, like your life has already happened. Like everything has already happened. It's this big continuous melting pot of opportunities, choices, in our life's plan. We have free will. You do not have free choice. Not on this realm. The real world is in the astral. This, what we're living in, the physical, this is some class project stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which is why things shouldn't be taken this seriously, honestly. Check this out. Walks in nature are excellent. Ask the sun to guide you. Sit there and meditate. Man, one time I meditated in the sun on a beautiful day just like this for like 30, 40 minutes. And I got this beautiful vision of where I'll be, right? I'll ask for assistance with my life, my business, my purpose, things like that. Like, this is a fun activity. I want to be this guy. It's who I'm headed to. It's who I'm going to be, who I was going to be anyway. I just get these things. They call it pre-recognition. You get the visions before things actually happen, and you know exactly where you're going. It helps with your direction. I'm 31. I saw where I would be at 36, right? And it's kind of like, I caught that immediately. I can clearly see the vision clear as day through remote viewing. The more action steps I take, the more of this vision I get, the more specific details I get. Life is about choices and action steps. Use your spirit guides. Use your ascended masters. Call on the divine. Life is a school. Use your professors. Anyone can ask for help. That's all I'm saying. It has helped me out tremendously. Everything that I'm doing right now is a part of like a bigger plan, and it's just like I get what I want. I can't stop hitting. You know what I'm saying? And it's just helpful. So, and you guys should do the same thing. That's all I got. And it's what this podcast is about. Essentially, I teach the same thing in different formats. So I have the Patreon up now. I have some very advanced lessons in there about working with your spirit guides, tapping into your own psychic abilities. It'll be worthwhile to subscribe. I have free material on YouTube that is also helpful. I just get into a lot deeper detail on Patreon. And I have plenty to come with that. Shameless plugs, right? Worked on a workbook, all the things. Check this out. I'm here if y'all need me. Comment. I would love to engage over this. I would love to hear experiences. Let's keep things positive and productive in the comments. Yo, till next time. Love you guys. Peace.